I need you guys to understand this. The tools without a strategic plan behind are useless. All right? You may have the best tools, but if you don't know how those tools are connected to your business strategic goals, forget about it. This is not a game around tools. Oh, I know all the tools. I have access to all the tools. What for? What are you trying to achieve with those tools? I don't know. That is the problem. So what we need to understand, guys, seriously, is you guys are students. Some of you are business owners. Some of you are entrepreneurs. You all need to embrace strategic planning. Some people call it business planning, okay? Some people call it marketing planning, but you need to plan, all right? Otherwise, we're planning to fail. The strategic planning of today, though, is very different to the strategic planning of 5-6 years ago. I'm not asking you, oh, you need to create a long document with 200 pages before you use AI. No. I'm trying to tell you is that you need to have, yes, a document of 2 pages, 3 pages, in which you clearly formulate what is that vision that I want to achieve. What is that main goal that I want to achieve in my business? Now, if you have a goal, but that goal is to be achieved in 5 years, in 6 years, forget about it, it's not going to work. You need to have a goal that is structured to be achieved in 1 year, in 6 months. The reason is that we are living in disrupted times. When you are living in very stable times, you can plan for the years. Everything will be more or less the same. Okay? But we need to understand, all right, that in 1929, there was a huge financial crisis in this planet. In 1929, and economic cycles, they repeat themselves. So very likely that in 2029, we are going to have a situation in which if you are well prepared for the change, you will do well. If you are not prepared for it, you are going to struggle. So you need to keep that in consideration when writing, when developing your business or your strategic plan. Try to achieve something in the short, medium term. So what is that vision that you want to achieve? And then ask yourself, how artificial intelligence can help me not to achieve that vision, but to accelerate. Is it clear? This is working, but this is accelerating. You need to accelerate your processes. Okay? So you can achieve that vision not in a year, but hopefully in 6 months. So you can move faster. Because I'm telling you, if you don't do it, somebody else will. So that is our current game. Really good for those of us who understand the dynamics of these new changes. Very bad for those that don't get it. So first of all, the strategic plan. I want you guys to understand why do business exist? Why? Why is it important that a business exists in the market before using AI? If you cannot answer that, if you, oh, my business exists to make money. No. That is the output. That is the result of you executing your mission. Oh, my business exists to sell t-shirts. No. That is the product that you sell. Why do you exist? How are you making the world better for someone else? How are you making possible that people that never thought will have access to something because of your business for the first time? Now they have access to it. That is what I want you guys to convey with the vision. Then the vision. What is that goal that you want to achieve? Then what is the market for that particular endeavor that you have? Guys, you need to understand that we need to move because markets are countries, you know that, yeah? Markets are not anymore a physical place for buyers and sellers to meet, okay? Forget about that perspective of what a market is. Does not apply anywhere. Markets are countries, precisely because they have two different things or two elements that are very different compared to other countries. What are those? What is very unique about a country?
Currency.
The currency is one, 100%. Like, for example, the currency of Australia is not the strongest, but it's strong enough. The pound is extremely strong right now. But if you have a look at the yen, anyone from Japan, the yen is coming down. The US dollar is growing. So you need to play that game. You need to understand what is the best economy for me to execute my business because of the currency. If you go to a country with a very devaluated currency, it's going to be very hard for you to compete at global scale. So pay attention to it. That is the first thing that is very unique about a country. What is the other thing?
Law frame. Law frame.
What is that?
Law frame. Legislation.
Legislation. Well done. That is what makes possible for some people to run a business in one country and impossible for other people to run a business in a different country. I would love to have a business in Indonesia. I can't. Because the legislation does not allow me to have a business in Indonesia unless I am from Indonesia, unless I partner with someone from Indonesia. Different legislation, but in Australia, anyone, regardless if you are a student, regardless if you're an international student, regardless of whatever, in Australia, any person can run a business because the legislation is different. And that involves taxation, and that involves security, and so on, infrastructure, and so on, and so on, and so on. So how do I look at the world? Check what is the best country for you in terms of currency and legislation, and be ready to move your operations to that particular country. If you are not ready to sacrifice the stability, the comfort that you have in this particular place or whatever is your place of residence, then you are going to struggle competing at global scale. Okay, so we need to be okay with it. So that is the thing in terms of the strategic plan. The strategic plan will tell you what is the best location for you to execute your artificial intelligence projects.